It okay?
Yeah. Absolutely, ma'am.
ठीक है.
Ma'am, thank you so much for giving me your time and letting me have this interview today.
नहीं, I was kind of excited because this is the first time I'm doing it, so the charm of doing something new.
I was really inspired by seeing your page, how you have been putting out your content and how you have been inspiring
हाँ.
people that age is not just a number. You can start working out whatever your age is or whatever your limitations are. The
Yeah.
ability to put yourself out there.
Basically, I think कि age is definitely a number जो मैं सोचती हूँ कि but it is not something कि आप बिल्कुल ही सोचना बंद कर दें. You have to think about yourself and taking into consideration your age. You can still take a lot of steps, and at least taking care of health should be a priority at this age. But somehow people just give up. They think कि अब तो कुछ नहीं हो सकता. They accept aging. I mean, it is very doable. We have seen so many examples. We see it all around. Like if you are active, you can be active till such a later age. But even on my Instagram reels, I get so many comments from children who forward my reels to their parents, and they say कि अब तो कुछ नहीं हो सकता. ये सिर्फ इंस्टाग्राम के लिए ऐसा होता नहीं है. रियल लाइफ में ऐसा नहीं होता. That's what they say. So I'm surprised because I'm putting across my journey right from day one on Instagram. So that's surprising for me.
Okay, actually, I'm one of those person also who have forwarded your videos to my parents because they are one of those person that works every day of their life, but they will never work out. And I made them work out. I made
Yes.
sure they work out.
हाँ, नहीं और होता है कि लाइक स्पेशली विद लेडीज विमेन दे फील कि घर का काम सारा दिन फिर हम सारा दिन तो काम करते हैं. दैट्स व्हाट दे से. बट देन घर का काम इज नॉट वर्किंग आउट. इट डज नॉट पुट टू टास्क ऑल योर मसल्स. यू नीड टू डू दैट. फिर उसके बाद होता है कि नीज में इशू है सबको बिकॉज घर के काम में द नी मसल्स द लेग मसल्स आर नॉट गेटिंग यूटिलाइज्ड. तो वो चीज थोड़ा मतलब मुझे भी टाइम लगा था. इवन आई टुक माई ओन टाइम टू डिसाइफर दिस थिंग हाउ थिंग्स गो.
So, ma'am, what actually drove you into weight training and अपने आप को fit रखना है. So, where did this initiative came from?
Actually, it started like the frustration was building up with basically my weight gain and loss of energy, which happened during the menopausal years. And somehow, like when I would talk to my friends and they would normalize it, कि ऐसा होता ही है. So this was the thing. So, but then what really was a turning point was when I had hypertension and BP बढ़ गया, and I went to the doctor, and he plainly said it's a lifestyle thing. And like I told him, okay, I am ready to go for to any length to rectify my lifestyle changes, whatever he says, but I don't want to be put on medication for lifelong. So he said, okay, still he prescribed me medicines for some time, but he said, I have prescribed you keeping in mind that you are ready to go for lifestyle changes. And he told me to cut down on extra salt and processed foods, bazaar ka khana, and to start going for long walks. That's what he told me. So I started going for walks, and that walks time also coincided with this thing COVID lockdown. So it also gave me a time off from Ghar Ka Kaam because doctor had told me obviously nobody was objecting, and I had 3 kids and a grandkid and a dog at home. So it was a big relief also to be away from those responsibilities for a short while. So the walks that started with I think half an hour of walks, and they started getting extended. And gradually they extended to till 2 hours, 3 hours, and I would enjoy them so much. And while it was happening, the walks part, so the diet changed because the doctor had told me. Then not only like was able to reverse the BP thing, but I also started losing weight, and that kind of really motivated me. And then I started looking up on googling workouts for 50 plus women, and there was nothing. And I did see pages of, and because algorithm is like that, if you search something, Instagram will start throwing you such pages. So I came across pages which were not from India, but they were women who took to strength training much later in life, and they were able to reverse their whatever issues, the health issues that were there. So hormonal things is the main thing which triggers a lot of things. So then I was looking for it, and then I was following a page of this Gayatri Lift with Gayatri, whom I'm a big fan of hers. And she started an online program for body weight exercises. So that was literally God sent for me. So I started with that, and she had 3 levels. So there was this beginners and intermediate and advanced. So when I started, so obviously, shuru mein the body would be sore and I would not be able to cope up. I started with the beginner level also, but I continued off and on for about an year. And during that time, in some forms, I was able to graduate even to the advanced. And so that gave me a real lot of confidence. And plus, because before I started with the body weight exercises, so there would be a constant pain in my lower back and my right shoulder and neck. There were issues, cervical issues. So off and on, I would need to take physiotherapy to get rid of the pain. So, but after I started with walks and this body weight exercises, the pain never came back. So, I mean, it was a new feeling for me, not to be conscious, not to be limited, physically limited. So it felt like going back to my youth. When I tell you one thing, like I had a major accident when I broke my leg and I was confined to bed. And when after that I would get down from the bed and my like knee and leg would really pain. So I would miss those times when I could get down from the bed without even thinking of my feet, my leg, my knee. And now all of a sudden I was conscious about my knees, my foot, that it was aching. And that exactly the same thing when your lower back aches or when you have shoulder aches and you can't sit down for long hours. Then you long for those days when you were not even conscious about your different body parts. Like, because when they ache, you suddenly are so, you wake up to their importance, to the painlessness. So that was my real motivation, because and then because we were in Dehradun and there's such good locations for hiking, and because I started going out for long walks, then I became a bit adventurous and I started going on lone hikes to, I mean, short distances, but I started doing that. So that really boosted my confidence. And that was how my fitness journey got triggered. And then there on, then I took to, when like your body itself tells you when whatever you're doing is no more challenging, then the body tells that it's time to move on to higher level. So then I started doing lifting weights, following on YouTube various things. So and now I have like moved on to personal training also, and I'm really enjoying that because like I was craving to move on now. Like my body was no longer getting challenged but whatever I was doing. So what is surprising for me, like even I find it very surprising that even I had not anticipated this much change, this much reversal in my health issues. This was something very surprising for me also. And I think all that excitement I was conveying through my reels because that is where I was sharing. So, if I talk about my weight, I'm not really lost much of my weight. It is basically my body looks different because it is toned now, the posture is different. The weight is not substantial, like people lose something like 20 kgs, 25 kgs. I lost in total, I think 8 to 9 kgs, which is nothing. I still need to lose weight to be something like what I was 10 years ago, but I'm fine now. I'm happy the way I am because I eat properly. I'm not on a diet. I eat very sensibly. I eat healthy, but I'm not on a diet. I don't count calories as such. So, now I do not even want to get like, if I lose weight, it's fine. If I don't, because I'm enjoying just being active, healthy, and pain free. So, that is something like if you experience that part of life where you're limited, so this is freedom. This feels like a free me. No more, constrained by aging. Aging is very different from your years of age. Aging is like when your body parts start giving away, your system starts declining. So that reversal of declining, that feels so new me. I mean, it's very different. It's very different. So I will not say that 50s are the new 40s. You can be a new 50. You can be a new 60. That is what I'm saying. You'll be your age, obviously. And if you're young, there's no fight. Good health comes to you naturally. But now you have to earn that good health. And that is what I'm doing. And I'm so enjoying it. I cannot tell you the entire day, I keep on telling, I always had these heavy upper arms, and I was very conscious about my arms. But now all of a sudden I'm proud of them. When I'm going able to do those push-ups, I'm able to lift those weights. So it's all about aesthetics don't matter any longer. It's all about being able to do things. So that is the thing. That is how my journey started, and that is what will keep on pushing me forever, I think, till I live.
That is a thing, a very major key point that, I have trained so many people who are, at a certain age at this point, and they are, certain people, because of the distractions on the social media or, the Bollywood life that we have been experiencing, that they have this certain goal ki, we have to lose this amount of weight, or we have to do this, or we have to do that. And it's very surprising, it's way less that we heard from people that I just want to keep myself fit. मेरे को अच्छे से दौड़ना है. मेरे को अगर मैं कोई ऑब्जेक्ट उठा रहा हूँ तो आई एम बीइंग एबल टू लिफ्ट इट वेरी इजीली और डू एनीथिंग. आई एम एबल टू डू माई बॉडीली फंक्शंस ए डे टू डे लाइफ वेरी इजीली. इट्स आफ्टर अ सर्टेन एज इट्स मोर अबाउट जस्ट being fit and keeping yourself active. That's it. You don't have to chase those numbers. That's what I feel.
That's true. I'll relate a very funny incident. Like my mother's 20 years my senior, so she's like 76. So I showed her page of a very senior person who is very fit. So I told her, like, even you can start with some limitations, but even you can start. Look at her. She's almost your age and she's so fit. And she looked at her and then she said, "But झुर्रियां तो गई नहीं इसकी." So I was like, all she could see was that she had wrinkles. So it is so much about aesthetics. It's almost funny. It's almost funny. Yeah, people say, "Oh, you've been working out for so long, but आपका weight तो कम हुआ नहीं." Like, look at me, like whatever I can do now. I'm going on hikes, like I'm doing so much. जो मैं 30s में भी नहीं करती थी. I'll tell you, like, I think I was in 20s when I first went to Vaishno Devi, and the climb up was quite a struggle to me even at late 20s. And now in my like upper part of 50s, I was able to go to Kedarnath, which is thrice the distance. So actually I'm fitter than what I was in 20s, because at that time I was very slim. So being slim, you considered fit, but I was not fit. So there's a difference. Like, you can be very patla, dubla, you can be aesthetically, a slim hai, so she's fit. No, but I'm fitter now, even with, greater number of ages and definitely more number of kgs. So I have reconciled to that. Like, I don't take any supplements. Like, I think I cook, I enjoy cooking and I enjoy eating. So I'll complete my protein goals through actual food. That is my thing. I don't take any supplements. So, but then with vegetarian food, there's this thing like dals have also got carbs and fats, and so has paneer. So I can't really, remove fat from my whatever comes naturally. So I do take care not to have extra sugar or fried or processed food, but otherwise I take food naturally. I have a lot of protein, but if in those protein sources there's fat and they're carbs, they're not my dushman. I'll have them. So this is my balance point, that I work out, I eat healthy. So this is my healthy weight. This is my happy healthy weight, and where I'm not depriving myself of anything. And I'm fine with that. I can get new clothes stitched. So I've done away with my Purana wardrobe, which I'd kept. Ki maybe someday I'll squeeze into those old jeans. No, I don't want to now. I can buy a new pair of jeans. I'm fine with that.
Also, ma'am, as you said, you have a personal trainer right now, right? So, especially for people, who are at a certain age, as I said, sometimes it can be that, they go into gym, and the gym is a very intimidating place for them at times. Getting the right guidance, because you don't really have much trainers who really understand the fact that there is a difference in people who are at 20s and who are at 50s. So, you must have faced certain barriers when you were starting out your fitness journey. So, if you can just go highlight some of the points on that.
So I would say I was very lucky, because when I started working out with Gayatri, So it was on Insta Live, so it was a online thing. And whenever I would face any issue, so I would shoot a video of myself doing that thing, and whatever was limiting me, so I would discuss with that, and she would give me alternatives. You can come around this like that. And she would also, like, my wrist was weak, and she would suggest some exercises for strengthening my wrist. So that was the thing. I was very lucky to find her. Otherwise, normally the gym trainers are not trained to, guide older people. They have their limitations. And the surprising part is, like, everybody realizes, even from business point of view, it's a growing population. The older people, given the kind of healthcare that is present now, it's definitely a major part of our population, and they've got money. And the doctor, every time they go with a disability or any health issue to the doctor, they say, you need to strength train. Frozen shoulder, you need to strength train. And there is nobody, and they don't know where to go. Every time they can't be going to get physiotherapy done. Now that is a quick fix thing. That is an SOS. But for a permanent thing, the trainers are not trained. I think we definitely need the trainers to get trained to train senior people. That is so much required. That is so much. I think I was lucky that way, that I did not have any major issues. Otherwise, people have got arthritis, they've got knee issues, and the trainers need to be trained about that. So that is one thing. There's a definitely a big vacuum there, and anybody with a good business acumen should definitely pounce on that.
So, I just want to get on the fact that, according for you right now, what's the main focus with training? And you also do indulge into other activities, not just weight training, right? Into
Yeah, yeah. See, I do Zumba because I was very fond of dancing. Like every shadi, I would jump onto the dance floor, and to the point that my kids would feel embarrassed, and they would join me on the dance floor just to feel less embarrassed. Ki their mother dancing all alone on the dance floor. Like, so I always liked dancing, but then obviously, at my age, there was no opportunity to do that. There was no outlet for that. So when I moved here, so my society had a Zumba teacher and Zumba classes. So I joined that. So Zumba classes I totally enjoy because I love dancing, and that's such a good exercise. I go on long walks, I go on hikes. So before that, I think when I was in Delhi or even younger, I used to go on. I used to love cycling. I would cycle a lot. So that was my thing. But I was pretty asocial right from the time. I'm an extrovert. I've always been social, not much into too many friends. Like there's always the close knit real friends group, but otherwise not too much into a big group. So I was like into cycling or solo things more. But yes, Zumba, I really love Zumba, and then hikes. Yeah, that's what I do.
Ma'am, I also wanted to get on the point because there is a lot. This video might be watched by a lot of mothers who are working at home. Balancing a family life, also taking care of themselves, seems to be a struggle for a lot of women out there. So, what's your take and point of view on that?
See, I'll tell you one thing. Some things are some indispensable, but there are a lot of things which we think are indispensable. For example, like cooking 3 times a day. I cook only once a day, even though my kids are no longer staying with me. But I cook only once a day, and that is sufficient. Like main meal is one, and with the other meals, like it's quick fix. So one is that, and Dusra, I think we can delegate a lot of responsibilities to our family, which we feel guilty about doing that. We feel ki no, it is a mother's job to be done. Though, like I have learned to be shameless, delegate responsibilities even to my husband or to my kids. I do that. So that is one thing because see, if the kids go to the school, so or if we are going to the office, there's so many things we leave undone. Halfway. If the kitchen counter is not clean, we leave it like that. Ki ghar aake dekhenge. So why not for if we have a gym scheduled during that time? You can leave it. बाद में देखेंगे. Our health comes first. If we are healthy, we can look after our family ourselves much better. If we are energetic, we can do much more. So I think shamelessly we need to do that. We are so fixated with a clean house, perfect everything and being a perfect mother, that we are doing injustice to our own self. So I think we need to leave that behind. So now I have learned to do away with that guilt. That is what I'll tell to all the mothers, that you can, a happy mother is a much better mother than somebody who's struggling with her household things and just getting the day done. So that sacrificing mother is not a mother even kids would like to have. A happy mother, a healthy mother is something that kids also look forward to. You can give them like that change has come over in my family. Like previously, when the kids would come, and the previous night only they'll start, "Mama, subah kya khila rahi ho? What is there for breakfast tomorrow?" Huh? So now, like they'll say, "Kitne baje wapas aaogi?" Okay, tab tak we'll have this thing. When you come back, you can give us this thing. So that thing comes naturally. Like we adjust, all of us adjust. So they have two parts of breakfast. One is which they fix for themselves and have it till I come back and give them whatever they wanted me to cook for them. So that is how like everything can be managed if we want to, if we communicate that, if we tell our family members this is so important for me and I want you people to help me out. I'm telling you, all kids, like you are a son, and like if your mother tells you that she needs help from you in this regard, you'd be so happy to do that. I think all kids are happy to do that. Only we mothers forget to ask that, and we think that kids might feel hurt. Nobody feels hurt.
I think my mom made me learn all those things when I was small. I mean, cooking, जो भी करना है घर का सब मेरे को बचपन में सिखा दिया था. And she we used to work together at a lot of times. That has helped me. That has helped me instead, because अभी I'm staying alone, तो I have to look forward to my things only. So वो घर से आता है.
No, it is very nice. Like I taught all my three kids, cooking and everything. But when they come here, obviously they want to be pampered, because otherwise they are doing everything on their own. And even I like to do that, to pamper them. So, but pamper them with terms and conditions apply. Like nothing in my me time.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was such a delight to have this conversation with you. I just want to add one last question to it. That to everyone that follows you, to who follows your journey, what's that one point? What's that one note that you want to provide to them?
The same thing that I told right now. A happy mom is a mom that every kid wants, and a happiness would come from also health. So take care of your health, shamelessly care for yourself, because that is how you can care for everybody in the family much better. You'll be a much better mom if you care for yourself. So that is not selfishness. So that is like something which will benefit the entire family. That is what I want to tell, which like that mom guilt, to do away with that mom guilt. It is so unnecessary.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving out your time and enlightening the audience with such delightful answers. The people will learn a lot from this podcast, and thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for bringing me onto this platform. My first time ever. So this is my first experience with this.
It's my honor, ma'am. It's my honor to have you.
Thank you.